Zombie apocalypse.
Welcome guys to another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. This is Hammer Robotic, and today guys I'm doing a beginner guide on everything regarding the game, starting from the very beginning of the game to the current progress of the game. The reason that I'm doing this video is because I had a lot of friends who were asking me some tips on the game, and I found out that many of them, they made a really big mistakes regarding their accounts. So I just wanted to make a video to help everyone who's starting the game, especially free-to-play players who's starting the game at the moment. So basically this video will be a brief explanation on everything that you need to do to have like the best outcome of your account. This video is gonna be a little bit long. Probably I'm just gonna like cut the video into parts and make it part 1 and part 2. Probably there could be a part 3, since I'm going to speak briefly on every topic. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, the first thing that you need to do is of course go through the story missions starting the game normally, and then you will just like shuffle through all the story missions, and you will get to the point where you start summoning on the banners to get your units, the one that you will use to continue playing the game. So everyone right now recommends people to summon for Green Meliodas, but if you are starting 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross Global version at the time of this video, what I recommend you to reroll for is Escanor, and the reason that I'm going to show you guys. If you check out I just got lost. If you check out this banner, this is basically called a step-up banner, where you summon 10 times and you get the unit that is this banner is about for free, guaranteed. Not for free, I mean it's guaranteed for on the 10th pull, but you still can get that unit on every kind of pull. Now, the reason that I recommend anyone to reroll for Escanor is because Escanor is available on this banner, and it's not guaranteed that Escanor will be in the coming step-up banners or normal banners, but this is like the best opportunity to go for Escanor, because this is like the best chance to get him right now. And the reason that I'm saying best chance is because this banner, for the first pull, you do it for 30 gems, which is the normal rate for any multi-pull. But the second one, you do it for 1 gem. So basically, you just do 2 pulls, which usually cost you 60 gems for only 31. And if you're going to reroll, then I recommend you to keep doing this until you get Escanor. And the reason that I'm suggesting you to get Escanor also over Meliodas, because it's one of the top tiered units that you will use in many raids and PvP as well. He's one of the best units in PvP right now, so that is the reason that I'm suggesting you to go for him. As for Green Meliodas, you can still get him from the normal banner. He will always be there. You can get him from the SSR tickets. The banner is not showing this because I don't have the SSR ticket, but there are some tickets called SSR Part 1 ticket, where you basically is something like this, where you get a ticket guaranteed an SSR, and for that ticket Green Meliodas is available on the banner, and you can get him fairly easy from that banner. So just go for Escanor if you're playing the game at this moment with this banner, and go for the 31 gems for 2 multis, and hopefully you will get Escanor. So guys, the next thing that you need to do is rush through the story missions of this game. So currently we have up to chapter 8 in the game. So when you start, you will be in chapter 1, and you will progress through all the chapters when finishing the main story missions. So if we check out the quest, for example, for chapter 1, you will have all of these missions available, and currently, because I've finished all the quests, none of them are available. So when you finish these missions, you will get a lot of rewards, and it includes gems, a lot of gems actually, and summoning tickets. You will get food, you will get awakening materials, some gears that will help you throughout the game, and so on. You will get also gold. You will get gold. So when you finish the mission, you will get more rewards, and basically also finishing the mission will unlock the next chapter, and so on. It just keeps going. And if you finish one chapter, like if you max out one city, like getting 5 hearts or 5 stars, you will open the hard missions for getting SSR gears, and this is basically the best way to farm the SSR gears for your units. You just need to rush throughout all these missions to get all these rewards. And if you check out here in chapter 3, you get one of the best top tiered unit, and it's Green King. It's Blue King. Oh yeah, so Blue King is one of the best supporting unit, one of the best PvP units, PvE unit. You can use him basically in any team. He's just amazing unit. So you get him in chapter 3, so try to rush as fast as possible so you can evolve him and enhance him as fast as you can, because you will need him a lot in the coming content of the game, of course. In the course of doing this, you will open various events, and like the battle event or the special dungeon or the PvP, like all of these will be locked. Also the boss battles, everything will be locked. These all will be locked, and it will be unlocked like when you progress throughout the story mode. Now the third thing that I want to talk about is evolving or investing in your unit. Now if you check out your box, you will find you have a lot of units, but like some units, they are not worth investing, at least not at the very beginning of the game, because you will need certain units for progressing throughout the story. And at the very beginning of the game, the materials or the resources that you will have these materials will not be available in a very large quantity. And also to like if you let me check if I have a unit. Yeah, here for example, if I want to like evolve this unit, it costs me, regardless of these materials, it costs me 200,000 gold, and this is basically the main source that you want to invest on upgrading, evolving, enhancing, and awakening your units. Also, if you want to upgrade the ultimates, it costs gold. If you go to enhancement and like if you want to level it up, it costs gold. If you want to evolve, gold. If you want to awaken, gold. So gold is your main source for upgrading your unit with the other materials that you need. So you need a lot of gold, a lot of materials, so it's always best to invest in the unit that you are going to use on a daily basis, and it's always good to invest on the unit that you are going to use in many fights. So you find a common unit that you are using in many fights and start with that. And what I recommend will be, of course, Blue King. You will be able to use him in almost all the fights, all the raids, and he's super powerful, super supporting. He will be like the best unit to start with. Of course, if you have Escanor, definitely go also with Escanor. He's gonna be a bunch of help to do that. Also, at the very beginning, you will need to farm for books, because this is like the main thing that you will need for awakening. For evolving. I don't have it here. Let's go to Rimuru. So I have Rimuru as a level 1 SSR. So if I want Rimuru to be a UR unit, I will need to evolve him. In order to do that, I need books. So basically, you will need to farm for books to be able to do this. And the only way to do that, of course, is from the SP dungeon, special dungeon, of course, and you can farm books from here. These are green books, red books, and blue books, of course, for all the units that is green, blue, or red. Now, I suggest you guys to check out the databases that are found on if you go to Google and just write like 7 Deadly Sins database or SDSGC. Basically, guys, it has all the information that you need regarding the units, every information detailed on each unit, and of course there are some tier list and some team tier list as well. Regarding which team is the best for PvP, for PvE, whether it's raids, farming. They have this, they have these information in details, and they have also like the units that you can replace if you don't have that unit. So basically, you need to check out that website and see what units you need to invest on. I cannot tell you right now because everyone will have different units, and I cannot like tell you to invest on this unit, but maybe you have a better unit to invest on, so it's hard to like tell you guys which unit to invest on. Of course, if you're going to farm gold, you have 10 keys that are going to be refilled, I think twice a day. I'm not sure of the timing really, but you will start in the first floor, and then you will of course advance, and the last floor is the 6th floor, which will give you the best rewards or the best treasure chest, which will be the source of gold as well. Also guys, regarding the books, this is the best source to farm if you want gold, because books can be sold for a lot of gold, and it's the best source to get gold. Regarding these events, and these are like the best way to get SSR pendants through farming. I mean, you can get SSR pendant through some events at some specific times when they drop out events, or throughout the story mode when they reward you when you finish a mission. But after finishing all of that, this will be your main source to get SSR pendants. And I don't recommend anyone to go for the enhanced materials. I don't recommend anyone to go for the evolution, but always go for the gold, because you will still get the SSR pendants and get gold. And gold, like I said, is the main source of your spending. So yeah, regarding the SP dungeon, always go for the gold. Try to finish it as much as possible. Always try to have the best team to farm for this, because it's not that easy to finish it with every team, and this is one of the mistakes that everyone does, is the farming team. Now if you check the website SDSGC, it will recommend for you some of the farming team, and currently this is my farming team, the one that I'm using at the moment, and it's doing fairly good with me. I mean, other people have like, I'm not sure if there are other teams. Like my sub is not the best sub unit. I'm just using him to level him up. I have my other units, they're doing pretty good by themselves. They can finish the mission by themselves. It's pretty easy. But bear in mind guys, these keys are hard to get. Like you get 5 of these, I think every I'm not sure the timing, but it takes a lot of time. Like to get one, it takes a lot of time. So I think you get like 5 every day. I'm not sure if it's every day, but 5 every day is not a lot. But there are some events that will reward you this. You will get a lot of these also from the story, and they're super good to get SSR pendants. And if you're asking what are SSR pendants are used for, if you check out your hero, and SSR pendants are actually used for limit breaking. And what is limit breaking is raising the max level of your unit. So the max level for every unit will be 60, and then you can raise it to 65, then 70, and then the 75, and this is the maximum that we have at the game at the moment. Also upgrading the unit from one tier to another, and by tier I mean like if it's SR, if you want to evolve him to SSR. For SR units, you're gonna use SR pendants. If you're gonna evolve SSR units, so if we go here for the end, if we go for Guild Thunder here, he needs 3 SSR pendants. So if you want to max out one unit to level 75 from SSR to you, or level 75, you will need about 12 SSR pendants for one unit, and a lot of books also to do all of these evolving and limit breaking as well. Okay guys, so when you log into the game, you have some daily activities and daily rewards that you need to grab before doing anything. And I'm going to tell you, like, when you log into the game, if you have an event, you will have a special login event rewards like these, which gives you a lot of different rewards, from stamina pots to gems, maybe to tickets, and so on. It differs from every event, of course. And then you have the normal daily rewards, which gives you gold, tickets, and gems. And the best 2 things that you can get from the daily reward is the gems and SSR tickets. And you get 1 SSR ticket every week. You get 6 gems every week. You get 3 gems on the 2nd day and the 5th day. So make sure to log in every day to grab these rewards. Also, if you check out your daily tasks, It depends on how progressed you are in the game. Since these rewards kind of like improves every like after every, I'm not sure, like after every chapter improves. So the clear for Soulgrist 7, it could be for Soulgrist 5, 4, it depends on your progression in the game, but this is like the maximum that you will get right now. If we get like in the future chapter 9, maybe these rewards will improve in a way. Of course, in the JP version, they have improved rewards because they're far ahead on the story and in the game from us, but these rewards are very important because it gives you basically all the materials that you need from the point of view of a free-to-play player. And put in mind that this account with all of these upgrades are free to play. I have done this by only playing the game for free, but doing like a heavy farming. This account have over 900 hours, I believe so, I'm not sure, but it's around 800 to 900 hours. I've been farming overnight since launch. I haven't stopped playing the game, and the only reason that I will be able to compete with, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be able to compete with whales, but still be able to be like competing with kind of like average spending people or players is by farming and doing a lot of farming. Now, speaking of farming, this is like the best option of farming and to avoid doing any mistake. Bear in mind, guys, this is so important. Listen to me. If you go to here, you see that I have a farming team. Now, this is very important, and the reason is that some of the missions, they're not so easy even if you have higher CC. Because when you put the game in auto, it's not the best AI intelligence the game has. I mean, some units are so stupid that they hit the wrong unit, where they avoid killing a unit over hitting another unit, or they waste their ults on almost dead units, and that gives you a disadvantage, because even if the CC of the enemy is lower, you can still die. Whether it's in boss battles, free stages, basically anything. You just need to have the best farming team. The best farming team are always AoE attacking team, and one of the best farming team is of course Hauser, and then you can have like any other AoE attacking team. Character, and it depends of course on the units that you have at the beginning of the game. It's hard to have this team, but if you have Hauser, it's probably the best idea to start investing on Hauser or any farming team units, because you will need a lot of farming to be able to upgrade all your other units. Otherwise, it's going to be super hard. It's going to be taking a lot of time to farm one stage, and maybe you could die, maybe you... And this basically happened with me when I left my units to farm overnight, and when I woke up, all they did was like 5 runs, 10 runs, where they're supposed to have like 100 runs, but because they couldn't kill the enemy, basically they died and the game stopped auto farming. So yeah, this is like the best thing to do, is to try to get as fast as possible a farming team and have them fully upgraded to be able to farm, and always choose a stage that you can finish. Don't go for the higher stage because they give the higher rewards, because eventually you will go to the higher stages, but you need to make sure that you are going to invest right your stamina pots into farming right. And the best way to farm, or the best time to farm, is like basically, guys, before doing anything, when you get into the game, and if you, this is not important at the very beginning of the game, because you will have a lot of other side quests and missions to do, but when you finish all of these, every day before doing anything, go to events and go to this tab, which is events of course, and check everything. For example, share for rewards. If I go here and then share this, I basically get one SP dungeon key, which is the key that will help me get SR pendants. So I get one key, which is pretty awesome, for free, just for sharing. And then you can check all the other events, every event, of course, have their own rewards. For example, this equipment awakening event, if you awaken 2 equipments, you get 2 gems, which is pretty awesome. You will need to do that basically every day. If you go to enhancement event, you get 3 awakenings, 4-star awakening stone if you enhance 10 times, even if the enhancement failed, of course. And I will speak briefly about that as well, don't worry guys. Okay, for the free stage clearing event, playing 3 stages, you get rewards, awakening materials, what it's called, stones, enhancement stone, yeah. So these are the rewards you will get from finishing some of the missions they require you here. But also guys, don't forget to check out the notices. And the reason that I'm saying this is because this event, like the free stage, the one that I'm pressing right now, is the best event for farming. This basically gives you 50% off, if you can check it out, 50% decrease to required stamina on free stages. And basically free stages are the stages that you can farm food from, you can farm equipment or gears from. And these events usually stays for 2 days, and they don't have these events every week. But last 2 days we had the boss battles event, which is 50%, and these are the best way to get chalices from. So it's super good to invest your stamina pots in the stamina decrease, especially for free-to-play players, because the best way to get stamina pots, and I'm getting into this now. If you go to coin shop and you go to silver coin shop, you can find that you have stamina pots here. Now, how do you get silver coin shop? Of course, by summoning, and by summoning you get duplicate coins of rare characters, which are these rare characters, and then you use the silver coins to buy various rewards from here, or you can also get SR units. What I always recommend to do is always get the stamina pot. This is like the best thing to buy from the silver coin shop, because you will constantly need stamina pots to keep playing the game, to keep farming. And I don't recommend you to get anything else. There are special events that you will need to buy an SR unit. I'm not going to tell you what are the events, because it varies. I mean, it's easy to get all the SR units, so I don't recommend you to get and spend like the 30 or 20 gems if it's discounted, just like here, to get SR units. I always recommend you to get the potion or the stamina pots. If we go to friendship, basically you can get these from sending friendship coins to your friends and then getting some friendship coins, and every 2,000 coins you will need to spend it to get rewards. And what I recommend you to get from here, of course, is these SP dungeon keys, because these keys are super important. You get 3 of them for 2,000, and if you have a lot of friends, you can get 2,000 every 2 days. Other potential like materials or rewards you can get, or you can buy from here, or the pots, of course. The other one is the festival ticket. You can use it for PvP. I don't recommend you to do that, because I mean, PvP is easy. It's easier to refill. It gets refilled every 1 hour. If you want to go like full into PvP, then be my guest. Get this. It's fine. If you're very low on stamina pots and you really need to farm an event like the 50% off event, then definitely go for the pots. But if you don't have any of these events and you're just casually playing, then always go for the dungeon keys, because these are the best way to get SSR pendants, and you will need a hell lot of them in the future of this game. Also, if you go to the gold shop, now gold shop are coming from SR coins, which will give you gold coins, and basically you can get SSR units as well as other rewards. So first, like, you have the 2 options that you can use. These are SR pendants, and at the beginning of the game you will need a lot of these, because most of the good units are SR units. The other thing, of course, is to get a unit when it's discounted, and the best units that I always recommend you to get from the shop, of course, is Hauser, Green Jericho, Red Hauser, and Red Arthur. If you can max out all of these ultimates, and especially Red Hauser, if you can max out Red Hauser's ultimate, that will be super amazing for you to, and it will be super helpful for you to like progress very well in the farming section of the game. Of course, I always recommend you to get him when he's discounted. So every 6 days, 2 units are displayed on the discounted area here, and it's easy to get these 2 units. Also, Jericho will be super helpful in guild bosses and other raid bosses, and she could be also used in PvP. And she's just super good. And of course, Red Arthur is top tiered unit, SS tiered unit, according to the tier list of the game, or at least to the website that I mentioned earlier. Yeah, always try to get Arthur, but I recommend you to go for Hauser first, because you need farming super. Like, it's super important to get farming units to the best, like to the best level, to the best awakening stars as soon as possible, because it will help you a lot in the game.